going. All right, so we should be showing up live on YouTube very shortly, Rayhan. I just want to confirm that that's the case with your page, and we'll find out what's going on. You have a lot of videos out there. It's a good thing. So a lot of things going on in the world, but what's really happening today in our world is social media and how we can use it to not only make friends but influence change in the world. And I do believe that's Rayhan's primary goal, is to come out here and find all the people that he can globally that are willing to communicate, make friends, understand those things they don't know about because they're either ignorant of the facts or just haven't really taken the time to talk with those people around the globe that they hear about all the time in mainstream media. Sorry, hon, I can't take the call right now. So what we're dealing with is a plan that Rayhan has is to get everybody to use his network, which is to connect with those of his friends, 500 of them if you'd like to, and do a few interviews. If you could do 5 interviews with the people that he knows, likes, and trusts, then that offers an opportunity for you to connect through him all of the people that he's connected with. Can you tell us a little bit, Rayhan, about the number of people that you have in your network?
Thank you, Leland. I have 170,000 followers on my personal profile, 100 570,000, 60,000 people on my page. So collectively around 700,000 people on my Facebook, around 40, 50,000 people on my Twitter. And what I'm offering is that if people who are entrepreneurs, change makers, social disruptors, educators are interested in taking advantage of my Facebook network primarily, they can connect with me on Facebook and I will be introduce them on my wall. The moment you will add me, you will start getting an influx of my followers because I encourage a lot for them to reach their friends and learn from them, because we now live in a very global society. And I believe that one of the things we're not teaching our children and our older people or everyone is how do we live in harmony, one, in the new nation of the Facebook nation, for example, where, post internet and post Facebook era, how do we actually leverage what we have with the people, with other people, and take advantage of the opportunities which that labor brings forward to us. So my majority following is from Pakistan. So I would have 700,000 people, 450,000 of them are from Pakistan. Around 80,000 would be from India, and the rest of them would be from around the globe, including a lot from Africa. I showed up in Cambodia one day for 2 days, and I gave my business card for the guy coming in. It was a 2.5-star hotel. It wasn't something fancy. The guy, you're on my Facebook, and that was weird for me because in Cambodia that was the least thing I expect. I get that all over the world, but in Cambodia that was not something I. The reason which that happened is because actually I spent a lot of time on getting likes in different cities in the world where the cost of likes was low. So Cambodia was probably one of them. So that Kenya, Madagascar, Kenya, you name it, all those countries, I spent like $50 to $100 each to get around 1,000 to 5,000 likes from each of the countries. So I wanted to feel like a global audience, so nobody in my Facebook can say anything racist about anyone, because the moment they would say, somebody from that country would come in and defend themselves. So that was sort of what I did. And that's the kind of crowd I have, like a very, very global crowd. And the people in America, which I'm assuming most of your followers and friends are from the US and the UK, they can take advantage of this following and offer them their courses, their ideas. If they want to, whatever they're offering, all of a sudden they will have a lot of followers which they can use to sell, take advantage of. And And the biggest leverage which you guys have is that majority, I mean, Pakistan's national language is English. I'm speaking in English. We
Okay.
might have a little bit of the accent. Thank you to the English who brought the English teachers from the part of the UK which has this accent.
Yep.
If they brought people from London, which was more expensive English, probably speaking like Londoners, but we don't. And that's the reason behind it, that the teachers which arrived at the first batch were from parts of the UK where they didn't want to go. I mean, they wanted to go to India to teach English at that time.
Hmm.
And people of the West have seen in the last 6 years what the West has accumulated. That includes McDonald's on every street of the corner and a Starbucks or a coffee
Yeah.
shop of some kind.
Sure.
And all those basic amenities which we taken for granted in the West don't exist in the undeveloped world, or as per se. For example, when I went to Kenya, I was surprised to see that a KFC meal was $10 and there was no McDonald's, and it was extremely expensive, and at the same time it didn't exist. So that's like a huge opportunity for people who know that eventually there would be a McDonald's in every major city. There would be a McDonald's. There is an opportunity for a McDonald's to be in every city. That's what I'm saying, or something similar to that. So people who are interested in taking advantage of um, the growing economy of Asia, which includes India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all these economies, whereas the UK is hardly 1% growth and the US is around 1% growth. So
Hmm.
here you have all of a sudden an opportunity to come in, be an entrepreneur, solve a problem for these people, and make a. Pakistan has 200 million people. Australia has 27 million. So
Yeah.
people want to do business in Australia, but they don't consider Pakistan. And then India has a billion, as everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Chinese don't speak English as much. Bangladesh is 100 million, 180 million people. So I invite all of you guys who making less than $100,000 a year to come over and take advantage of our part of the world and grow it, and at the same time, as a byproduct, you would make a lot of money.
And we mentioned in a previous conversation, Rehan, and I just realized, and I have to apologize extremely for the fact that my wife just notified me I'm supposed to take my dog in for grooming here shortly in a few minutes. And I was totally oblivious and forgot about this appointment that was scheduled previously. So I'm going to have to cut this broadcast shortly. But I did want to comment on the fact that we talked about the growth factor when it comes to the U.S. versus Pakistan. And over here, we have very limited growth of nearly 1% max, and yet you're witnessing and experiencing upwards of 6% growth in Pakistan. And that is a huge factor when it comes to being able to open new businesses and create growth and new technologies to be brought over that we are very familiar with. As you said, here in the West, we've developed, worked with, and have continued to grow those technologies to work for us and provide a lot of profit for those involved in those industries. And yet in the East, where you're at, a lot of that technology has not yet been utilized to its fullest extent. And from our perspective, we really need to take a look at getting on board with where the world needs to get this and where we need to put it and where it will help the most people. And I think with the lovely people of Pakistan, this is one way that as us Americans need to really reach out and help those who want to become entrepreneurs or engineers or doctors and scientists, because we have the technology and we have the facilities and we want that to grow. So very good points indeed. And I do apologize, Rehan, for what we're going to experience here because my granddaughter's with us today and she's knocking on the door saying, I want to go see my doggy get his hair cut. So I'm going to cut this very short, but I think the message is made and I think it will extend out. So if there's anything you'd like to say in closing, just to say that you are available to network with and that includes the following that travels with you and how to find you, that would be fantastic. And then we'll take this interview out to a larger extent next time we get together.
My name is as it is on the screen. You're more than welcome to inbox me on my profile. I am out of the 5,000 limit, so I'll send you a friend request.
Hmm.
I will But do bear in mind the moment you will add me, you will get lots of people who add you because I give free gifts to add my. I give a free smartphone, or if somebody adds my 500 friends, I give a laptop to anyone who takes 1,200 of my Facebook friends, and I offer partnership in their startup and money for their startup if they take 1,500 of my friends. So that's my formula for creating a new generation of entrepreneurs. I have also recently launched last week $100 cash award for anyone anywhere on the planet, whoever is the first to make 500 mutual friends in their country. So the people who are from Madagascar, Kenya,
Hmm.
I actually want more people from there so I can have more global flavor on my Facebook. So thank you so much for today, Leland. I think it's thank you for taking time watching the YouTube video. It's really, really beautifully clear. Um, I'm going to definitely have to get one of my VMixes for myself.
Yes, I will be working with your staff on the back end also, Rayhan. I'm here to help as much as possible in this mission that you have to connect the world in search of peace. And with the things that have been happening in the world recently, we really need to take a look at each other and decide, are we going to listen to what mainstream media and those above us that are really paying attention to the way that humanity is expanding in the world? They seem to be on a different track moving forward, and we need to let the world know with a loud voice that we're not going to continue in battle with each other. We don't want war. We want peace. So thanks so much for being here today, Rayhan, and I'll be sure to touch base with you soon, and we'll do a little longer broadcast and participate with the audience. So from the USA, this is Leland Best, along with rehanallahwala over in Pakistan, and we'll see you guys all in the next show. Take care, everyone.
Peace.